Hey guys, welcome to our NFL Rumors Daily video. Happy Memorial Day. Hope you're doing well today and spend some good time with your family. When you get a chance, definitely check out the video. Make sure that you subscribe. Follow us on social media on X and on Instagram. We really, really appreciate it. We're going to get right into it. And this is a reaction video to the CBS Sports top five first round picks in the last 5 years. So, looking at the list, let's take a look at it now. So, the first one we want to get to is the Bengals' Joe Burrow. So, Joe Burrow, definitely cannot argue with Joe. Great pick, win the first round. It's a great guy there. He's been a great teammate, doing some big things so far in his career. He has a record of 38-30, not the record that he wants. That's probably the biggest hit on them. But he has over 19,000 yards, 140 touchdowns, and 46 interceptions. So doing big things is a 68.6 completion percentage. I know Joe wants the wins to be better, but overall, I have to agree this was just a great pick for the Bengals. We're going to number two. Now this is a controversial one, Jamar Chase, right? So Jamar Chase, looking at that one, I think at the time the Bengals could really use offensive lineman Penul Sewell. I think could have been a great pick there. Not saying that Chase wasn't. They already had T. Higgins. Maybe they could upgrade a different position in free agency. But, this is something that the Bengals have struggled with the offensive line. Joe Burrow wanted Jamar Chase there. So that's very, I mean, you can't argue on the talent level of Jamar Chase or where he's at, but I think Penul Sewell would have been the better pick for the Bengals there. But looking at that, I think also they're another player to keep in mind, and you have to ask yourself: is Jamar Chase the best wide receiver in the NFL? Well, I don't know if I can agree with that with Justin Jefferson. But one thing that I can agree with is that Patrick Surtain could be the best corner in the league, and he was in the top 10 picked by the Broncos. So I have to say, like in that scenario, the Bengals could have went Sewell, Surtain, and both of the positions are a need for the Bengals currently. So that's a tough one. Talent wise, definitely Jamar's just killed it talent wise with everything he's did, but like overall, like Bengal wise for the pick, I think they could have went in a different direction. But looking at overall talent, I might have to go with Sertain there, but just because he is literally the best corner in the NFL currently, so I think that would be my choice when we look at that. But I think that's going to be interesting. We're going to take a look at Jamar's stats really quick. Jamar Chase's stats, just knocking that out. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to grab that up so we can take a look at that. So Jamar Chase has in his career 395 receptions, 5,425 yards in 62 games with 46 touchdowns. So remarkable stats. Definitely doing big things. But where I'm coming from, maybe not the best player overall in the draft. I would have to go still with Surtain. All right. Let's go into the next one, and that one would be Lions Aidan Hutchinson. So this is a tough one, right? If you're looking at the top 10 overall, Lions, Aiden Hutchinson definitely there, right? And so he's reportedly going to be the top player in the NFL pay wise on the edge level. So but like when I'm looking at the draft, I think there's some other players that you can definitely look at as part of maybe them being the best of the best there. So that's a tough one. When you're looking at that, uh, like I think when when you look at that particular draft, that is. Let's take a look at it real quick. So let me see. We'll look at it just quickly. So so when we look at Aidan Hutchinson, like we talked about, Derek Stingley, definitely a really good corner there as well. Kyle Hamilton of the Ravens, definitely a great corner that was picked. So looking at some of these first round picks, I'd have to say, like, would I challenge Aidan Hutchinson with any of these guys? Uh, I would say like Derek Stingley is definitely up there. If I'm looking at the talent level, you also have Drake London that was picked there. Kyle Hamilton definitely there, but I mean I'm okay here with Aiden Huskins right here with that. So that will be okay with me there. I think Lions got a stud there, and I think he's a good pick when you're looking at that. You know, Aiden's really he's had some injuries, but overall, he's a very very good player. And let's talk about it. He's played in 39 games and he's got 28 and a half sacks, four forced fumbles. Definitely done some big things there. So I really don't know if we could go wrong with Aiden Huskins there. So let's talk about the next one on our list. That would be C.J. Stroud. So C.J. Stroud uh, had a phenomenal first season. So I mean, it's tremendous what he did there. I think you when you're looking at that, like he did amazing things. CJ did with the Texans. Second year, I mean, I think is a little bit tougher for him, but I mean, overall, CJ Stroud is definitely a big time talent. Let's look at some of his stats. He's 19 and 13 in his career. I'm sure he wanted the wins to be a little bit better, but still pretty good. You 63.5% completion, 7,835 yards, 43 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Really good ratio there when you're looking at that. So I think it was definitely a great pick by the Texans when you're looking at that pick. So what we're going to do here is we'll take a look at some of the other picks in that draft and see what we got. We know Bryce Young was the top pick. C.J. Stroud was the second pick. Texans went back to back and got Anderson. Devin Witherspoon's really a stud in this draft as well. Bijab Robinson from Atlanta. I mean, this guy's got so much talent. I think he could end up taking that. Jalen Carter, somebody to really, really think about here with that draft. There was a lot of good picks in that draft. Jaymar Gibbs, who's really going to have some big time years still left. Christian Gonzalez, done a great job with the Patriots. A lot of good things. So, you could really battle this with CJ Stroud. I think. Like Bijan Robinson to me could be a big battle on CJ Stroud with the talent that he has, and Jamar Gibbs. Both of those guys, I would say, can battle CJ Stroud there. Stroud, though, has done some really good things, but Gibbs and Robinson could definitely battle that out with everything that is going on there. So I think that when we look at these picks, CJ Stroud is definitely somebody that is there in the conversation. But for me, I love CJ, but I think I might go with Bijan Robinson here as far as when we look at the future of that. So, looking at that, CJ, like I said, one of my favorite players in the league, and I think he's going to be great as well. I think you could not go wrong with CJ in this Gibbs or looking at Bijan. Another one, I think Jalen Carter. I mean, he's a menace there. He's hard to block from Georgia. So, I mean, he's somebody that's definitely in that conversation as well. So, some big time players in that draft. something to look at, and as we look at the reaction to these selections. So I want to go next and talk about our next player, and that is going to be Jayden Daniels. Just coming up from last year, Jayden Daniels, what a season that this young guy had. Jayden Daniels really had a big year. So we're going to talk about his stats real quick, and see where that was at. We know what a big season he had. So he's 12-5, 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Great. What a big year Jayden Daniels had. Hard to go against this, to be honest. And we're still early in this process of the draft. Looking at that, so Jayden Daniels, like I said, Caleb Williams definitely is there. You got Drake May there, Marvin Harrison Jr. There's a big one as well. You got Malib Nabers. We have to see the story on J.J. McCarthy. Brock Bowers. So Brock Bowers to me is the person that could challenge Jayden Daniels here. Like I think we look at Caleb Williams' ceiling still real high. Marvin Harrison Jr.'s ceiling still really high, but Brock Bowers definitely setting tight end records in his rookie year. I think Brock Bowers is the person that could battle Jayden Daniels in this conversation. I mean, this guy's literally probably going to be the best tight end in the league in this upcoming year. So I think that's something to really, really look at here as we look at these selections. But one of the selections I have to say in the last 5 years I have to look at would be that was left off is Justin Jefferson. So Justin Jefferson, we're going to talk about him just really quick. So Justin Jefferson, like uh, we're but he was when we look at the last 5 years, he was actually drafted in 2020. So we're going to look at that really quick. So Justin Jefferson drafted behind Joe Burrow. So hard to go against Joe Burrow here for sure. But you had in this draft CeeDee Lamb, then you had Justin Jefferson. So I mean, Justin Jefferson played with Joe Burrow in college. Man, it's hard to go against these two guys, right? I mean, it's neck and neck to me. Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson here, but Justin Jefferson's an elite talent. He's played in 77 games, 7,400 yards, 40 touchdowns. But we have to definitely give him a shout out. One of the best players in the NFL. And but Justin Jefferson definitely deserves some big props here of everything that as we go through this list. Joe Burrow, immense talent. Justin Jefferson right up there with them. But hope you enjoyed the reaction video today with going through these selections as the top five best players drafted in the last 5 years. So make sure that you give us a subscribe. Make sure you give us a follow on our the social media on X and Instagram. We really appreciate you tuning in today, and we hope you have a blessed holiday. And thanks again here at NFL Rumors.